What's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD here, back again with a video. Of course, it is Friday installments of Save Slot, our weekly news show where we go over first party and third party news revolving around PlayStation. Now, starting off here, we have an interesting story here involving the Division 2, obviously one of my favorite games of this year. I thoroughly enjoyed the Division 2 much more than the first Division, but we did have someone here on Twitter at Tim tweet to the director, or one of the heavy directors of the Division 2, stating, "I love the idea of a single player narrative driven spin-off of the Division game, focusing on an agent trying to get home to their family after being sent to New York City during the SHD blackout from the fall of DC. The Last of Us meets the Division," is what he was kind of pitching here from what his tweet says. And so then the director quote tweeted it and says thoughts. And so he, obviously this isn't any confirmation on, it actually coming to fruition. Obviously we have a Division 2 series coming to Netflix already. And so there is already elements of a more deeper emphasis on story going into the Division IP moving forward. But I personally would love to see this, honestly. It doesn't have to be a full-on $60 game. Maybe it's like a $40 experience. Maybe it's a tight 8 to 10 hour campaign. I think it could be really, really cool because that gameplay is already top notch. I love the gameplay, so just having more story in it, having us care about a protagonist and stuff like that, I think it could be really great, because the Division 2 games as of right now, they really focus on the world as a whole and stuff like that. They don't really focus on the characters. I think if we have that, I think that could be a really, really great thing. So let me know what you guys think about that and below. If you are a Division 2 fan, would you like to see this? Do you not? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Now, next up here, we have the God of War art director back at it again. A few months ago, he was doing re-renders and realistic visuals of some Smash characters, but now he's back at it again doing Cuphead bosses. And so I have played a little bit of Cuphead, what I'm saying. It is a game that I'm chipping away out on my Switch and everything, and so they're looking pretty cool. It looks like this is the King Dice and the Devil. I know the Devil, I've seen him, but I don't think I've seen King Dice yet as far as I'm aware in my playthrough of Cuphead. But those are right there on screen. That they're looking really realistic, really cool. And while we all appreciate these, of course, show us some of that God of War Ragnarok, what I'm saying, whatever the second God of War is called in this new God of War franchise reboot they got going on. Where's the second game, guys? Where's it at? Let us know. Give us that tease. And speaking of teasing here, Sony's doing a lot of teasing ahead of its China Joy press conference. Now, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you all. I'm gonna keep it $150. I have never heard of the China Joy press conference until literally last week, and so it looks like Sony is going to be showing up there, and they have been teasing different variations of the picture they see on screen here with different colors, and I assume different IP from the eastern side of the world and stuff like that. And so it looks like they are going to be announcing some of these games. The rumor is going to be 14 games on August 1st, 2019. So I'm thinking about streaming this to the channel. If you guys want to see this, as a live stream, let us know and we'll watch it together, because I'm down if it is going to bring us, some good stuff to it. But I'm not 100% sure if this is going to speak to the western side of, us in the UK, US, etc. So not sure how this will pan out in terms of, overall excitement for us. But if you all want to see it, I'll watch it with you guys. I'll stream it. Why not? It's PlayStation, so I mean, why not? Now, next up here, this news honestly caught me off guard. I was really not expecting this, and it is about Marvel Spider-Man. And it looks like it has become the highest selling superhero video game to date, and that is taking into account all of the Arkham series that has been on multi-plats. We have the original Spider-Man games back in the PS2, PS3 licensing movie tie-in era, the Injustice, the Lego games, all of that. Spider-Man PS4 is the top of the cream of the crop, and so that is huge, honestly. That's and plus what is really taking me back is that all the other games, most of them are multi-plats, what I'm saying, like the Arkham series, like I said before. But Spider-Man PS4 being an exclusive to PS4 is tremendous success to have that be the highest you know, selling superhero game of all time. So really congratulations to Insomniac, Marvel Games, you know, Spider-Man PS4. It's a great game. Play it if you haven't. It's great. And now over here, just some small tidbit news here. Of course, Sony San Diego, they are prominently known for the MLB series. They have took to Twitter and posted some new, you know, looking logos that they have going on. So I like it. It looks very clean. It looks like a lot of the kind of Sony studios are kind of moving towards a more modern look at their logo and everything, and their aesthetic art style and stuff like that. So it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you guys see in the comments below. Just nothing really of substance there. Just wanted to, you know, throw out that they have a logo redesign, and I like it. It looks good. I like it. Now, this one here is a little bit of an interesting story here. Now, of course, Cyberpunk 2077, everyone's hyped for it, everyone can't wait for it, However, there was a lot of backlash about the game being only first person and not being a third person perspective, as a lot of people wanted, you know, that game to be kind of third person, to be able to see yourself, well, not you, but your character that you're playing, etc., in the game. And so there was a quote here by one of the developers at CD Projekt Red, and they were asked about, you know, that whole debacle about first person, third person, that whole thing. And so he said, quote, "If you want to play more casually for the story and maybe you're not experienced with shooters, which was a real big concern for us, we want to tell a story, and maybe you're a big fan of The Witcher and you're not comfortable playing a shooter. We have settings available for that." And so this is the whole story here, that they are talking about settings. Now, a lot of people are saying that like this could just mean that it's difficulty settings, like if you want to focus on the story. And like, I know there's games there, you know, that will say that if you want it to be a little bit more story driven, it'll kind of take down the difficulty of different gameplay segments and stuff like that. However, some people are saying that this could potentially them, you know, confirming that a third person perspective or something of that ilk is in the game. Now, I don't think that, I feel like if they were to say third person, I feel like they would have just said it, but maybe they pull a rug out of our, you know, out of where we're standing, and they actually put a third person perspective in the game. But let me know what you can see in the comments below. Where are you on that debate? Do you want first person? Do you want third person? Honestly, I was wanting third person, but after I've seen so much gameplay, I'm okay with the first person. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game looks that good to me, so I'm cool with having a first person perspective. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Of course, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is coming out this October, and we got some you know, some gameplay from some streamers about 2 weeks ago, I think, or like last week. You know, of course, there were some streamers that they got invited to Infinity Ward, and they were able to play the new gunfight 2v2 mode. However, now we have 4K raw gameplay of gunfight, that 2v2 gameplay, and you know, without any streamers, without any, you know, overlays of them talking on comms, we have just raw 4K gameplay you're seeing on screen here. So to me, this is a little bit of a better reflection of how the game's going to be, because obviously we see the full resolution, and on stream it was only like 960p, something like that. So we get a better grasp at how the game is looking overall, and I think it's looking interesting. I mean, I am a little bit more sold after seeing this raw gameplay as opposed to the streamer gameplay, but I'm just waiting for August 1st when we see the full breakdown and the full unveiling of the multiplayer reveal in terms of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, to see all the perks, all the streaks and stuff like that. So that's what I'm mainly looking forward to. But this gameplay, it looked good. It looked good to me. I liked it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Now, as of this recording, yesterday was San Diego Comic-Con, the Marvel Games panel and stuff like that. So we got two tidbits that are pretty short, nothing really big here, but the Iron Man VR developer showed off a ton of different gameplay with it. We have some on screen right here as they're seeing right now, and a lot of people are really enjoying the way this game looks, and people that have gotten hands-on, they are definitely enjoying it. So if you have a VR, definitely be on the lookout for this game if you are interested in Marvel and Iron Man. This looks to be a pretty good one, so we'll see how this all pans out. And of course, at the show, we also got some Marvel games. The Crystal Dynamics developed Marvel Avengers game got showed off again, and we saw some interesting things from that. We saw a seemingly redesign of Black Widow's face, as before it was definitely scrutinized at E3, but now it looks like they've tweaked it, made it a little more better, and I honestly like the changes they made with her face. I like it a lot. The first one looked kind of odd to me, but this one looks really good. To its own credit. And they also made an announcement that while they showed gameplay at the Comic-Con yesterday, of course, that was not released publicly. However, they said that a week after Gamescom, they will be releasing the gameplay to the public. And so we will get, some raw gameplay, just seeing it all after Gamescom. And so we have to wait towards that. Hopefully we get a little bit more than what people have been seeing behind closed doors. And yeah, that's that. So, that was all the Marvel game stuff. Let me know how you feel about it. Do you like Black Widow's face? Do you hate it? Let me know your thoughts. And just to wrap up here, usually I don't like to, discuss rumors of PS Plus, but I figured, hey, why not? Because these two games are pretty big here. So there was someone on the PS Store that was looking at some games, and they saw the bottom logo with the yellow tab that says free, indicating that game currently is a PS Plus game that is free to download. And they saw it on EA Sports UFC 3 as well as Star Wars Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront 2, excuse me, not the original Battlefront, Battlefront 2. And so those are rumored to be the August PS Plus games for the month of August. And so we will see how this all pans out. Honestly, I think Battlefront 2 is a great looking game as well as a great playing game. Obviously, the whole microtransaction debacle, of course, bogged down that game's success. And UFC games, never played it, not really one to like sports games. But for me, definitely Battlefront 2 is definitely a banger. Honestly, I love that game. I mean, I love the game's gameplay. You know what I'm saying? So that might be coming to August. Make sure to look out. And of course, on the channel, we will, of course, reveal the August 2019 games when they become official via the PS blog. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been this week's Save Slot. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below you can find our different links where you can find our Twitter and Discord. Follow us on there, as well as our Anchor link if you want to listen to our long form content, Road to Part 2, the weekly Last of Us Part 2 and Part 1 series, as well as Cross Circle, our weekly podcast that goes live on Mondays. You can listen to those on full form audio format only content at your desired podcast services. So that can be Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play Podcasts. The Anchor link down below will give you all those links if you're interested in listening to us on podcast formats. And so let me know how you feel about any of these stories down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.